Folks, I hope you had a great New Year's Eve last night, New Year's Eve 2025. Let's take a look around the world and see how different places celebrated their 2025 New Year's Eve. The great New Year's Eve ice cream sundae launch in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Residents celebrated the stroke of midnight by building the world's largest ice cream sundae on the frozen surface of Lambeau Field. The 200-foot long dessert was adorned with cherries, whipped cream, and enough hot fudge to momentarily melt parts of the ice. As fireworks erupted overhead, the townsfolk launched scoops into the crowd with catapults. That sounds like fun. Nothing says New Year's like dodging a rogue mint chocolate chip, said one attendee, still picking out sprinkles out of their scarf. This year, Manhattan decided to class up its usual chaos by instituting a whisper-only rule for the countdown. Revelers mouthed 10, 9, 8 in near silence, holding up fingers for the final seconds. The ball dropped in Times Square to the soft sound of a single triangle ding. It was magical, like a funeral for 2024, whispered one participant, who immediately screamed into a pillow once they got home. And then you have the annual Goat Parade of Boise. Boise, Idaho leaned into its quirks with a midnight goat parade through downtown. That's right, local farmers dressed their finest goats in sequined outfits and LED collars, while spectators tossed handfuls of glitter hay. At midnight, the goats bleated in unison to welcome the new year. Unfortunately, several goats bolted after an ill-timed firecracker, creating a stampede that crashed an upscale fondue party nearby. The Atlantis-inspired underwater rave. Miami hosted a New Year's Eve event in a giant submerged dome where attendees danced in scuba gear to the beats of DJ Aquafresh. The night's highlight was the ceremonial release of 1,000 glow-stick eels, which circled the crowd in eerie unison. Organizers admitted that one eel escaped into Biscayne Bay. It was last seen glowing ominously near a yacht party. Cincinnati's Ball of Spaghetti. Instead of dropping a traditional crystal ball, Cincinnati decided to lower a 20-foot ball of spaghetti into a vat of marinara sauce. As the countdown reached 0, attendees cheered while diving headfirst into the vat for a chance to grab the ceremonial meatball. The event ended with a conga line of pasta-covered participants sliding their way into the new year. Wow! The Great Minneapolis Snowman Sacrifice. In a nod to ancient winter traditions, Minneapolis held its first annual snowman sacrifice. A towering snowman named Frostferatu was set ablaze at midnight while the crowd chanted, "Let it melt." The event quickly turned chaotic when temperatures dropped to 15 below zero Fahrenheit, causing Frostferatu to simply smolder while everyone's hot cocoa froze solid in their hands. The Las Vegas 24-hour Piñata Smash. True to its reputation, Las Vegas pushed excess to new levels with a 24-hour marathon piñata bash. Guests wielded gold-plated bats and smashed piñatas filled with glitter, miniature slot machines, and mini bottles of tequila. By midnight, the entire strip was coated in confetti, and several Elvis impersonators were found napping inside unbroken piñatas. Crazy. Portland's Vegan Countdown. Over in Portland, Oregon, they embraced its eco-conscious ethos with a New Year's Eve countdown powered entirely by kombucha fermentation. As the bubbles rose in a giant glass vat, they triggered a mechanical tofu ball to descend. Midnight snacks included kale confetti and hemp seed sparklers. "I've never been this gassy on New Year's Eve," said one attendee with unsettling enthusiasm, of course. Kansas City swapped its usual fireworks for something meatier, a synchronized barbecue countdown. Local pitmasters assembled a grill the size of a football field and cooked ribs to spell 2025 in smoke. At midnight, chefs flipped the ribs over to reveal Happy New Year, which the crowd devoured within minutes. A tofu activist group protested outside, but was quickly won over with brisket samples. Good idea. Honolulu's Shark Disco Hawaii rang in the new year by turning its largest aquarium into a full-blown disco party. Strobe lights reflected off the tanks as sharks swam through a sea of laser beams. The event peaked at midnight when the DJ pumped Jawsome Beats 2025, a techno remix of the Jaws theme. Visitors were allowed to dance in the shark tunnel, though several fainted when an especially curious hammerhead approached their cha-cha line.